This is Terrence of Terrence Hill TV. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Terrence Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. Yes, WTV, Epic Elevate the Vision. Let's do it.
Well, I hope you are ready for Epic Elevation, WETV.
Say no more, go get the bag, go get the cake, go get the cheese, and say no more. Say no more, say no more. Say no more. What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to this episode of Terrence Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. Yes, we are live on YouTube. And I want to welcome the Purple Nation family, the page that I administrate on Facebook. It was founded by my late father, and I took over the page close to 6 years ago. My dad's death would be August of this year, and when he passed, I took over the page, and we have grown tremendously on that page. We've gone from like 3,000 to 26,000 people. So if you follow Prince, you love Prince, go to Facebook right now, type in Purple Nation, join over 26,000 people where we celebrate the life and legacy of Prince. And man, it's hard to believe that today marks 10 years since his passing. I remember it like yesterday. I was the manager of a TV station. I was sitting I never had a administrative assistant. My office was behind the station where the administrative assistant would have sat. I was there doing some paperwork, and then it pops up on my phone that Prince had passed away. This was 10 years ago, and I remember it like yesterday. You know, rest in peace to Prince. His music means so much to me. He performed here in my city, Montgomery, Alabama, the day I was born, oddly to say. His only time performing in Montgomery, and it was on the day I was born, February 27th at Garrett Coliseum. So his music means so much to me. He's my favorite artist. So much, just his legacy is so much bigger than just music. But he was a great man, and I definitely, love his music and love what he stood for. And he did a lot of causes to help people that probably wasn't publicized or talked about enough. Man, just a great guy. All right, we're going to react to a song, and this was something that he recorded like in, I think, 1991. He actually gave this song to Celine Dion that came out on her debut album. And, you know, that's the thing about Prince. This guy has so much music. He wrote for so many people. He wrote for Kenny Rogers. He wrote for a lot of people. And so this is just another layer of his genius. But we're going to react to this song with this tear. And then we're going to talk a little bit about his legacy as well before we wrap up. But let's get into the song with this tear. Look, a moment of transparency. I'm not gonna lie, man. This song, it moved me last night. It literally moved me to tears. You know, just to hear his voice again, to hear this song, and the lyrics really, connect with something that I went through about 2 years ago. I never even knew Celine had this song. I mean, I'm a fan of hers, but I never was familiar with this song. But very, very touching song. And I like that lyric about, I long for you to talk to me like you did that night in the restaurant. And what I went through occurred in a restaurant a couple years ago. So very, very touching lyrics. About Prince, like he could do something real funky and then turn around and have a song like on the Batman soundtrack, The Arms of Orion. Like just so versatile. You can't put him like in one box. Like musically, he's just like, and the Emancipation album, I love that album so much because it was like so many genres of music, jumbled up in like one bowl. Man, like who does that? This guy could, and then he's doing like all the instruments as well. So just a part of his genius. But that Emancipation album, even though critics kind of slammed that album, I love that album a lot. And that album like really touched me and moved me when I was going through some things. But yeah, I mean, Emancipation is another layer. Greatest Super Bowl ever, man. Yeah, I love this little montage of videos that they have here. But yeah, he did his thing at the Super Bowl. Amazing. Yeah, rest in peace to Prince, man. Very touching song. I downloaded it last night, listened to it several times. Amazing. I'm going to also play another song, one of my favorites. But yeah, rest in peace to Prince. You know, it's genius. You see him right here over my shoulder. You know, out of all his albums, you know, I listen to his music a lot. But one album that I find myself listening to probably the most is actually 3121. Like that album is just so amazing. And I'm not gonna lie, when that album at first dropped, thank you, Becky. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I miss him as well. And Becky also said best Super Bowl. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, what's so crazy is that 3121 album. When it first dropped, I didn't quite like understand some of the messaging, but I wasn't, I guess, at a place of maturity to really kind of understand it at that time. But that's the beauty of music, because like years and years later, that album is like, now I'm at a place in my life where I do understand what he was talking about on that album, and I find myself listening to that album a lot. But yeah, I mean, he has so many great albums, you know, 1999, and I mean, obviously Purple Rain, but that's without saying. I mean, but he has just so much great music. One of my favorite things about Prince is, like I said earlier, you know, his diversity, and you know, he could just do a funk song, then turn around and do something real jazzy, do something, a duet with someone. He wrote for other people. Stuff he did with, you know, the Revolution. Then he got with Sheila E.'s band. Then the New Power Generation. Just amazing. You know, piano and a microphone was very good. What's the other album I like so much? Yeah, Raven to the Joy, fantastic. That album is special. A lot of rock, funk, jazz, R&B, just all kind of bundled up, you know. What's that song on Emancipation that made me hear Courting Time? Made me look at him like, you know, just for someone to even think of that type of arrangement just showed his genius. You know, let me know in the comment section some of your favorite Prince albums. I do love the Batman soundtrack. And you know, around the world in a day was such a special album as well. But obviously, you know, I remember Controversy, Dirty Mind. I remember a lot of that, you know, early work of his as well. Just so diverse, man. Okay, Denise says, I miss him so much. I still can't believe he's gone. Yeah, facts. Okay, Ray, I love Prince. I'm a huge, big Prince fan. Yeah, man, he's special. And you know, Purple Nation family, I love you guys. You know, I love y'all. I love being able to you know, post content on that page. It makes me connect with Prince, makes me connect with my dad who founded that page. And you know, I'm in this thing 6 years strong, and I just love. I post about 3 times a week. You know, just trying to you know, keep it fresh. I don't want to post every day. I don't want to run out of pictures, but yeah, I just love you know, finding, you know, man, I think this would be a good picture. I'm always thinking of content to put on the Purple Nation page. And please look out, guys. We are going to do a Prince Day where I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to, bring you guys up on the show. You can give your favorite Prince stories, Prince, songs, albums. Maybe you met him, whatever. You can come up and tell your story. So we have that day that's coming real soon. And one more thing, when Prince died, when I got married, my wedding was all purple, because we did it in memory of Prince. And then also my honeymoon was in Minneapolis. And we got a chance to, at that time, the house wasn't open for tourism, but we were among some of the people on the outside with flowers and teddy bears and signs and stuff like that to, honor his legacy, because he had just passed. So I did get a chance to go up to Paisley Park. I got a chance to go to First Avenue, which is the club where they shot Purple Rain. It was amazing. All right, Ray says my favorite Prince album, 1999, and Purple Rain, and Controversy, Sign of the Times, masterpiece albums, as well as Diamonds and Pearls. Yeah, Diamonds and Pearls was a classic. My favorite 90s Prince album, Parade. Yeah, man, facts. What's your favorite Prince movies? Mine is Purple Rain, Under the Cherry Moon, Graffiti Bridge. Yeah, facts. Yeah, classics, classics. I'm going to play one more song. This is one of my favorites here. It's one of my favorites. This is off of Rave Until the Joy Fantastic.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, oh, please remember that I'll always be there for you. You don't have to go, you don't have to say, just think about me and I'll be on my way. I don't have to worry, I'm sure you'll be fine, 'cause if you stay happy, then it's yours. Remember that I'll always be there for you. Wherever you are, think of your dreams. Oh, please remember that life ain't always what it seems. On each rainy shining and you'll be okay. Keep on smiling, learning more. Remember when you were children, you had toys. Wherever you are, think of your dreams. Remember the dreams become the life you lead. Whatever you play, it's okay to lose. So sometimes, as long as you learn from every game you choose. But one thing is sure, you'll always endure. If you try your best at everything you do. Say what you mean, I mean what you say. The price for a broken heart's too much to pay. Nothing is worth it if you don't have to try. The higher the stakes, the higher the sky. Wherever you go, whatever you do, please remember that I'll always be there for you.
Love that song. As a matter of fact, when I got married, that was supposed to be the song that was going to be sung at the wedding, but the singer, she ended up getting sick and couldn't do it. I'm gonna play one more song before we wrap up and get out of here. This is another one of my favorites too. This one here is off of the Sign of the Times album. And this one is called I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man.
It's only last June when her old man ran away. She couldn't stop crying cause she knew he was gone to stay.
Baby, there's not tears in your eyes, is it?
Wally, what am I gonna do?
She was looking alright. Yeah. I asked her if she wanted to dance, and she said that all she wanted was a good man and wanted to know if I thought I was qualified. Yeah. I said, baby, don't waste your time. That's what I told her. Yeah. I know what's on your mind. Yeah. Let me qualified for a one night stand. I can never take the place of your man. Oh, because you're your man. It hurt me so bad when she told me with tears in her eyes. It was all she ever had. Now she wanted to die. He left her with a baby and another one on the way. Yeah, she couldn't stop crying cause she knew he was going to stay. Yeah. She asked me if we could be friends and I said, oh, honey, baby, that's okay. You know it, I know that we wouldn't be satisfied. At least I wouldn't. I said, baby, don't waste your time. Yeah, yeah. I know what's on your mind. Yes, I do. We wouldn't be satisfied with a one night stand. That baby, I can never take the place. Never take the place of your man. Place of your man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, man, I love that song a lot. You know what? Why not close out with one more song? I didn't plan on doing this, but I think I'm gonna do one more song. Let me find it. This is a real touching song here. Okay. Hopefully you guys have heard this song. If you haven't, this is very touching as well. This one is by Sheila E. And you know, her and Prince worked together, they dated at one point, long relationship between these two. This one here is called Girl Meets Boy by Sheila E. I think this would be a good place for us to close out. Hold on a second, I made a mistake. Okay.
I was just a girl, and when I saw your face, you were just a boy. But you rocked my world, and deep inside I know that I did the same. I let your love rain down on me. I let your love rain on me. Yesterday, a memory we'll cherish. Oh, is this a dream? I don't wanna wake up, I wanna be with you. Welcome to my world. When you left, it rained down on me. When you left, it rained on me. You were just a boy, and when you saw my face, I was just a girl. But I rocked your world, and somewhere deep inside you know you did the same. Just a boy. I was just a girl. Just a boy. Just a girl. I let your love rain on me. I let your love rain on me.
A great song. You know, so many people Prince has worked with over the years, and you know, I love listening to stories from just people who work with him, engineers and other musicians, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis have great stories, and there's so many people. Man, just still a tough loss. And we definitely honor the legacy that he left behind. All right. If you are a Purple Nation follower, let me know you're watching on Purple Nation right now. I would definitely appreciate that. Before we get out of here, those of you who want to follow me on other social media sites, you can go to Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok, all at I'm in the Hills. I am INTHAHILLZ. If you're watching on YouTube, you can support the show by sending a super chat. We'd definitely appreciate it. You can also donate via Cash App or Venmo to I'm in the Hills. I am INTHAHILLZ, or PayPal WETV101, which is my production company. You can check out my website, www.wetv.com, and also my music website, www.inthehills.net. Yes, yours truly does music as well. All right, if you those of you who are watching, we do have a community section where you guys can vote, let your voices be heard, vote on some of the polls that we put up in the community section. You're looking at live chat. There's a link pinned to our merch, Purple Nation. We do have Purple Nation merch that you can order, so definitely check that out whenever you get time. But we do have Purple Nation merch that you can order. We have 4 brands in that particular store. So please order some merch today. Just letting that Purple Nation one pop up so you can see that we do have Purple Nation gear. All right. If you want to donate, again, that's the Cash App, that's the Venmo, and there's a PayPal link as well. If you're a Prince fan, go to Facebook, type in Purple Nation, join over 26,000 people where we celebrate the life and legacy of Prince. Also, we have a weekly top 10 countdown that's pinned in the live chat. New episodes of that are coming real soon. Lastly, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We would love to have you be a part of this community here at Terrence Hill TV. We need your support. That's my dad who founded the Purple Nation page. All right, but we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Rest in peace to Prince. Can't believe it's been, 10 years. Can't believe it's been 10. It's crazy, speaking of stories, Morris Day, he has a lot of great stories as well. And I loved a lot of the work that Prince did with, him and the time as well. All that stuff is just timeless and classic. Julia, thank you for tuning in. We definitely appreciate you. Want to thank Ray for tapping in. Want to thank Bunny for her comments. Want to thank Denise for tapping in. And I want to thank Becky as well. Some of the people who left comments. We definitely appreciate you for taking time out of your day to, rock with us, to honor the life and legacy of Prince. He's dearly, dearly missed. Again, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know a favorite album, favorite song, favorite video, a story of some sort of a Prince that has moved you over the years. Definitely would love to hear it and learn more about what Prince meant to you in your life over the years. And I'll close out by saying this. Where the music industry is right now, he was right. He was so right about, this is back when he, put the slave on his face and how he felt things were going. But I remember a lot of interviews, particularly on the Arsenio Hall show. And he did one with Jay Leno as well about how the record industry, they really won't be as needed in the future. And he's right, because now a lot of artists are doing things on their own. They're selling their music online. A lot of people are taking the music off of the streaming services because of what they're paying. And Prince was the first. He was one of the first to, take his music and sell it online and sell his music just, not even in the stores, on the digital shelves, and sell it online. And he was one of the first people to do that. He saw where the music industry was going like a prophet. And he was so right about that and a lot of other things. So he definitely, stood up for justice. And he definitely, stood up to do the right thing for people, you know, back in the day, to have Prince versus Michael Jackson. Yeah, you know, him and Michael had, you know, they had a very interesting relationship. It was definitely competitive, but there was all love there. Tavis Smiley tells a story that when Michael had died, that Prince talked to them to like 5 a.m. about Michael, and how he wasn't even you know, he didn't even want to, like, it hit him very hard when Michael had passed. So it was, you know, it was competitive, but it was love as well between those two. And yeah, Michael was another one. I look forward to seeing that Michael movie that's coming out this Friday. But yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother show. We should do a show about Michael and talk about how powerful he was and what he did in business, and ultimately what led to him dying, you know. Because some of these stories, I say this too. I don't want to make this something that is not, because I came on here today to honor the life and legacy of Prince. But, you know, how they say he died, I don't necessarily buy it, you know, that he was on drugs. I just don't believe it. You know, same thing with Whitney drowning in a tub. I mean, I'm not trying to be conspiracy theories, but I think if you believe everything the media tells you, you're the conspiracy theorist, not someone that kind of, you know, uses critical thinking. But, you know, a lot of these people who fought for their masters and their rights and stuff like that just mysteriously die. And ain't that something? All right, want to appreciate you guys for rocking with us. We really love you. Thank you so much, Purple Nation. You know I love you guys. I appreciate it. And hey, that's that.
And why mess up a good thing? And that's that.
I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it